All right, welcome to the Eureka Effect podcast, the podcast where we are currently on edibles. My name is Hannah, and
my name's Courtney.
So we were just sitting here on the couch watching a video, and I had a thought based off of the video, and I wanted to present it to Courtney, but I wanted to also make it into the second episode of In the Flow. So here we go. Here we go. Oh man. What? I missed the rhyme. I fucked it up. Anyway, and yeah, just a reminder or a disclaimer. We are on edibles, so please bear that in mind as we move forward.
Yeah, we're gonna give it our best shot. Right?
Yeah, we'll see if this even makes it anywhere. All right, so I have this thought about body dysmorphia, and I was thinking about it the other day because it's something that we've talked about, and like it's made into like this mental health thing, and I think that like there's also like I'm trying to trust me that there's a whole thought here. Anyway, the point is we are all consciousnesses that are like thrust into these bodies, right?
Yes, our human avatars, yeah.
So body dysmorphia is not a mental illness because you think you're fat. I think that's what we pinpointed on because that's what society is telling us, or society likes to tell us we're ugly, or we have to tweak our avatar. Mm-hmm. We are feeling body dysmorphia because we feel uncomfortable in our body because it's not our original form, because I mean we're aliens, right?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like we're in a foreign body. We feel like our bodies are foreign because we're not.
But we turn it into I don't like my thighs, or I hate my fucking nose, or
it's like you're like pinpointing all that negative energy into one thing and just kind of blaming it on that. But it's just the fact that you're uncomfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, because you're uncomfortable on this earth because of
and you spend so much time analyzing your human avatar that it freaks you out.
Yeah, it is because, man, think about it. You're like, do we know as children that we are reincarnated? Because there's stories about like kids who talk about their past lives.
Oh yeah, and in our last In the Flow, like my whole disassociating thing.
Yeah, like yeah.
And I've always had really, really bad body dysmorphia. I still have it pretty bad. It comes in waves. I just try to ignore it, but it's I don't know. It's almost one of those things. It's probably one of my biggest struggles, and I'm sure you can relate too.
Yeah, big time. It definitely. I would love to know what I look like, just point blank.
I am like fascinated actually when I look at like pictures of myself, or like old pictures, or just like pictures that I'm like that are taken off guard, or like what it looks like in the mirror. I'm always like, or in videos. Like I'm like, it's.
I know videos. Well, the whole process of us filming ourselves, I love what we're doing, and I'm so excited because this is what I want to do, but I fucking hate, man, looking at myself on video and like
creepy,
listening to myself back, and like I mean and at the same time I love it, but like for the most part it's just it's whole
cringy, but like
out of body
the
experience.
More that I listen to it, I find the more that I'm like, you know what, we do have a point, and the more that we show people and get like other people's approval, like which I mean we don't need other people's approval, but let's admit it is pretty nice.
Yeah, well, I don't want to start a utopia with just like 3 people, you know what I mean? Like I would love for the whole world to join and us all be able to live in harmony.
I'm pulling a dad move right now and scratching my back with this nail file.
Oh my lord.
Well, it is Father's Day. File ASMR.
It is Father's Day.
Yeah.
Do you want to
shout out to my dad?
Yeah. Ow. Is he listening right now?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope so. Hi, Dad. Love you.
What's up, Wayne? We had a great day today. That was awesome.
Hannah came over and we made my dad supper and Mel, but it was nice. My stepmom too.
It was a really good day.
Swam in the pool.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah.
We're like a little family.
I know, right? It's always fun.
Welcome.
Yeah, right.
That's the first time we've really hung out with him. Sorry, go ahead.
No, shut up, man. Let me talk. Yeah, no, it was really nice. I love getting to know like my friends' family. It's so fun because you pick out like the different characteristics and like the different mannerisms and like, oh my god, it's so interesting.
It's fascinating too when you're younger and you start going to other people's houses and you realize that like
Oh my
everyone's
God.
not like your family.
People's lives are different.
Yeah, they're, like weird. And like
Man.
the older that was always something that I was fascinated by, and I feel like that was a really good learning tool for me. I think that was one of my first learning tools.
So when I lived in Toronto, we lived in apartment buildings, and it was a very multicultural. So there were a lot of people from like Bangladesh and stuff. So a lot of the times my babysitters were like very, very foreign, and like the food that we ate there and like the stuff that it was just like it was like India but like in an apartment, or Bangladesh in an apartment, and then I would go home to like my like it was just
your
crazy,
white mother.
Crazy. And like one of my friends was from China, I had one from Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, like all over the world.
You were definitely very cultured.
Yeah, from a young age.
Yeah, and that's interesting because I definitely wasn't, but I still see hella dynamics even around here. Like, just different family dynamics. It's so interesting.
Oh, yeah, even within cultures, obviously, too, right? Like,
oh, my goodness,
not every Indian family is the same.
Yeah,
but at the same time, to a certain level, they are. Because, like, you know how every dad, like, makes the same joke, and, like, every mom, like, fusses over the same things. Like, there are so many different patterns, which is interesting, and parallels between everyone's life. It's like, how can you not think that life is a simulation?
Not a simulation, I know.
We're all just like in our little video game, our little spiritual video game.
Yeah. Before I actually pondered the idea that life is a simulation, I used to like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna actually be able to explain this, but like, I started noticing like I was going through things in life and they were like leveling me up, I'd say. And like I don't know how to break it down so it makes sense, but it was like that's how my brain was registering it. That I was like, there was like a quest set out for me. I don't know if that sounds crazy or not, but
no, I feel like that sounds like exactly what most spiritual people talk about anyway.
Oh,
I never really thought that deeply in that sense as a child. I was more pondering, like because I grew up Christian, I understood that as truth, so I thought I knew what my purpose was, and so I would ponder like the rules and all the things that go along with Christianity and why
when
things
you
were
say
the way
purpose, what do you mean by purpose?
Like I grew up believing that like my purpose was to serve God and like get as many people to be Christian as possible.
Oh, but that doesn't even sound like your purpose. That sounds like
an agenda. Yeah. Crazy. Weird. Wonder why that didn't last for me.
Yeah. Good thing you broke out of that. That must have been trippy, like, feeling.
It's like actually like, and this is probably controversial, but I believe that the Christianity that I was involved in was almost like a cult. And I think there are different levels to cults, but it was not healthy. It was fear-based and like, I don't know. It wasn't good. Didn't do a lot of great things for my mental health, so I got a cough. Give me a second here.
But at the same time, you learned a lot of lessons, a lot of valuable lessons that were good, that excelled you in life.
Yeah,
you have
because
a broader understanding.
Yeah, because my parents were Christian, I grew up with certain morals that like it's easier for me to, like drugs and alcohol, for example. My parents taught me that those were bad things. Like, you know, I never thought I would really drink or do drugs, and like now that's why it's easier it's easier for me to have some restraint and like self-control.
Exactly, and it's all down to like nature versus nurture kind of.
Yeah.
The dynamic, like that relates back to like family dynamic again.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was a good talk.
Are we gonna pause it?
I have like the topics here if you want to look at them.
Are we still on air?
Oh, hell yeah, we are.
Okay. Okay, well, let me take a ponder.
Take a ponder. I don't think that's a...
Take a gander. Take a gander and then I'll take a ponder.
Take whatever you want, baby.
Where do memes come from?
Yeah, remember how you were talking about who creates memes?
Well, yeah,
Where
I
do
guess
memes
so.
come from?
It's not so much the funny memes. That I understand because that can be like a hobby, but it's the memes that are just like explaining what's going on in the picture and it's just like random. I wonder if I have an example screenshotted. Can you think of an example? Like they're just like meaningless and it's like instead of somebody just like snapping snap
Edibles.
snapping a picture on Snapchat and like putting a caption over it like a normal person, they're like going on Word or whatever meme app
Meme
that they
Maker?
use. Yeah,
I have Meme
like
Maker on my phone.
Yeah, but you don't.
No, I don't. Do I?
Do you?
How do you know?
I don't.
How do you know I don't have a secret meme page you don't know about? Where I just release fucking weird memes that piss you off.
Yeah, you are like the ultimate meme generator.
It's like Gossip
They don't
Girl.
even piss me off. They just spark my curiosity that someone put that much effort into something so pointless. That's basically what I'm trying to get at.
Isn't that like half of the world's struggle? I thought I think about when we say who makes memes, I'm thinking about like the political and the you know what I mean? Like
okay.
Informative memes.
Oh, well, you know that there's people that's all plotted.
If you watch the
the
Greatest Hack on Netflix, that really goes into it deeper. It's actually friggin' like it's very alarming. I can't believe that is on Netflix and we are just using Facebook. Like that's fucked up. They literally put out memes on purpose to sway your decision. Like
there's so much
whoever has more money has the upper hand, and that's what it comes down to.
There is so much information out there if you actually like just open your mind to it. Like people just label it a conspiracy, but like it's
because
trippy.
It's scary and because people don't actually want to think about it. It sucks.
It's like waking up can be scary, but like I think it's necessary.
It's
I
very
don't think
necessary.
you can live a valuable life if you don't.
Well, you're just gonna get put back into the simulation over and over again until you fucking do. So you better wake up so you don't have to do this anymore.
Or in a spiritual sense. Oops.
I almost said sorry.
Again? Oh no.
She knocked something over. And I almost apologized. Oh, I'll just say it. She knocked over a bag of weed and she's picking up her little nuggies off the floor.
Oh no.
Not the nuggies.
Alright, well. That can get out of my way. Now I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about spiritual awakening being
well
scary.
I guess there's that theory that basically if you don't learn all your lessons that's why you keep reincarnating, which that can kind of tie into the simulation theme as well.
Do you think it's enough to like just realize that you're fucking up, or do you have to actually fix it, or like is it okay to be like trying to fix it? Like how close do you think we are to actualization here?
I don't know. I think it comes in waves, like we go like up and down.
We were just talking about this before we were recording. I really want to be able to remember my past lives if that's a thing. I think they are a thing. Like now, I am still gradually trying to conceptualize what I believe, but
I think it's interesting, like the soul family.
Yes,
because like it's almost I can kind of grasp that concept.
Like we started in the same place.
Yes, like every time that we reset, like we're together.
How much I've fucking moved around, dude. Like think about that, and then now.
Yeah, I know.
It's just trippy that we just happen to end up together and we happen to be doing this podcast. Like
how everything just
my life could be so different. So different. Both of our lives could be so different. Just by small little
changes, like very small, minuscule little changes, and we could have
different significant others, different friends, different career choices, different
if you never would have worked at Swiss Chalet, we never would have met.
That's what I'm saying. And then I almost didn't go there because my last Swiss Chalet experience wasn't great. And I didn't want to work there. But if I hadn't gone to Swiss Chalet, would we still have found each other? Probably. It's a small town.
Maybe, but it's not for certain because, like,
Ugh.
I know, it's weird.
What a fucking
I wonder if we
crazy
would have
thought.
been, I wonder if, like, in different parallel universes, if we were, like, drawn to each other.
I'm really, well, not really. Well, no, I'm pretty fucking stoned and it's, like, giving me anxiety. I'm scared. What if we didn't meet? Would we have not met and, like, I don't know.
There's definitely universes out there where we didn't meet and universes where we did.
Well, yeah, true, but
That's hard for me to grasp at times, though. Like, I kind of feel like I get it sometimes. Oh, Popo! My girl. My cat just walked in.
Side note, we're crazy cat ladies. We both had a black cat, huh?
Yeah.
I never really took that in because I didn't look at Olive too much when I chose her. Like, she kind of just...
chose you.
Yeah. It's the same way
witches.
Poe did with you.
You can probably hear her scratching from across the room.
On the
A little
scratching
bit of
post.
kitty ASMR.
Her little thankful girl not on the couch.
Yeah?
There.
Don't you get up there. Go up there. Holy grammar.
They like to knock over the blinds. Cat mom things. They're kind of like our familiars, though. Like, man, it's interesting to think, like, why we got them to. Speaking of, like, the random choices. I feel like that with Olive, too, because in the pictures of the cats, I had another cat picked out. She was beautiful, and I loved her, and I was holding her, and I had my hand in the basket of kittens, and Olive was fucking, she was, like, rubbing her face up against my hand and shit, and I was like, well,
yeah.
This is it. Like,
when I got Poe, there was only one gray kitten there, and the rest were all black. So obviously the gray one was spoken for. And then I held all the other ones, and Poe just, like, snuggled right into my neck. And I'm like, yeah, she's the one.
Yeah.
Side note, at the SPCA, her name was Sue.
Sue.
Did you imagine her being a Sue?
Oh, she kind of gives me Sue vibes, too.
Yeah.
I love the name Poe, though. Her so beautiful. Yeah, they're wonderful, wonderful animals. It's crazy that people don't like
Everyone
cats.
probably just tuned out now. Or...
Yeah, they're like, oh, fuck. It's another one of these podcasts.
Yeah. All right, back to, what should we talk about?
Are we aliens?
I don't think in a terrestrial sense, but I do believe that we are aliens. Poe is just
Earth.
Sniffing my fingers.
You
what?
asked...
What?
You asked us to take it away from the cats.
No, but look, is that not bizarre?
I don't know.
What do I smell like?
She says regret.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't even fucking know, man. I'm so stoned.
And I'm, like, considering taking another bong rep. Like, should I?
Just accelerate the process. Send you
I don't
into
know.
overdrive. Do you think weed lowers your vibration?
I do believe, but at the same time, I think it's because you get to the point, hey! Sorry, that was probably so loud, but...
We cannot get away from the cats right now.
Okay, we shouldn't even start talking about them. Poe's being a ditto.
Anyway.
No, I do believe that it lowers your vibration, but I also believe that it can be used as a tool. Like, when I started smoking it on the regular, when I started to really enjoy it, I was 20, I think. And I was smoking weed and eating edibles, and I found that it was, like, giving me, like, a different outlook, like, on an issue. Like, I'd have a whole different positive, I was thinking, like, outside of the box. Excuse me.
And it does do that
a fresh
sometimes.
perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the way that I always used to use it, and it also motivated me to clean and organize, and I felt like I was having really, really good ideas. Like, sometimes I'd sit there and I'd write. This was, like, in the beginning, I think, of my spiritual awakening, or, like, I don't know, when I started to peak and, like, things started to accelerate for me, like, right before I left Ontario.
Yeah.
Like, I started kind of using it as a tool, and I was writing stuff down, and I was trying to become more, like, organized and, like, better myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically start to adult.
Yes. And I feel like, yeah, no, if it's used properly, like, I think it can help, but I don't think it boosts your vibration. I think it either it keeps you at the same or it lowers your vibration. But what's your opinion?
I think it lowers your vibration too, and it's frustrating because it also, I don't know if it helps with the anxiety or distracts from the anxiety or masks the anxiety.
I think it's almost like drinking. It's like all you're doing is pushing it away instead of working on it. Because a lot of the people that we like listen to, like Aaron, who's literally up on the screen right now, he said he used to smoke weed all the time, and now he feels like he doesn't need to, and that would just be nice.
And you know what? There was a point where I wasn't smoking weed, and it was really fucking nice. And I just, I want to get back to that place so bad, man. So bad.
I know, because it's expensive, and it's just
unnecessary, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't believe the point, I don't know. I didn't ever think that I would ever smoke it this much. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck is going on out there? We live in a small apartment. Man, there are so many people who live here that we don't see. Have you ever seen any of them taking in groceries? Like, is life a simulation?
Yeah, that is very strange. Have you ever seen that meme or like ever pondered the idea that like you never see your neighbors bringing in groceries?
And like, how many of your neighbors do you actually know? Isn't that terrifying? That's really scary. Like, how many people lived around that George guy that shot up Nova Scotia? Like, he was a fucking dental whatever. Like,
wait. Didn't you just hear something about...
Yeah, I didn't read the article yet, but there was something about the RCMP trying to cover it up because he was an undercover... I don't know, I'm going to butcher it, but I'll link the article.
Oh, yeah, basically there is a conspiracy. Is it a conspiracy or is it like confirmed or what's going on?
I would call it a conspiracy. Well, no, actually, I don't like the word conspiracy.
You didn't do your own research yet?
I haven't looked into it enough to say anything. It's a theory. But Canadians all know that it was a very sketchy situation because why the fuck wasn't an alert put out? They say it's because they were trying to cover it up. And they also say that it's fishy that they killed him because he was a white male shooter. That's another thing that people are going around and saying. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
Because usually they kill themselves, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So.
But he could have been armed. Well, he was armed or...
Well, yeah, but I don't know, right? It's hard to say because, like I said, I haven't done enough research into it to really say anything.
I know, because I was actually having this discussion before. It's like, I do believe, like, political issues matter, but, like, it's easy to get...
too caught up in that.
Oh, yeah, put too much of your energy into that.
You have to understand.
You get so caught up and it just drains you and like it's not, I don't think it's the right vibration to be on. I think like need to.
It's very important to vote and it's very important to keep yourself informed, and like we went to the protest here and like it's important to sort of participate, but you have to understand at the end of the day the government is part of the simulation and it doesn't matter in the long run. So if we started to ignore the government and go within ourselves and draw within ourselves, we wouldn't need it like as individuals anymore, because like presidents would be doing it so they would come to self-actualization, the elite would be doing it so they would, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you believe that they are a part of the simulation?
Yeah, because I think it's just...
But I think some of them do self-actualize and some of them try to break out of it and they just get killed.
Yeah, and I mean there's people who are trying to work their way up in the political system who will never get anywhere and voices will never be heard because
they're not pushing the right agenda.
Yeah, they don't want them heard. But that's why it's important to like utilize the internet to our advantage.
Sorry, I just thought of something.
Fight for net neutrality, yes.
What is New World Order? Like, and I know it has something to do with the Illuminati, but I'm not like that educated on it. Excuse me.
I think it has something to do
with One World Order, sorry.
I'm not really sure about One World Order, honestly. I haven't done any research.
Is that even a real term, or I might be...
Are you just really high?
There's something about one world.
I think
might
there's...
look it up.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up. There's definitely, like... I've heard the term New World Order.
Do you know what that is?
I mean, it's kind of like the martial law thing, no? There's, like, the Christians believe that there's going to be... Oh, man, it's been so long since
it's New World Order. I don't know where one... Yeah, I'm just baked.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
I don't remember the story exactly in the Bible, but they believe that there's going to be, like, a revolution in the New World Order. And
in the Bible?
Revelations, and yeah. They believe crazy shit, man. They believe that, like, there's going to be demons that come to Earth, and, like, oh my God.
This is the theory of New World Order?
Man, I'm butchering it because it's been so long, but yeah, kind of. They predict, like, the Bible predicted that the people will have microchips in their hand and in their head, and, like, this is when the devil and, like, it's like a dark time on Earth when, I don't know. You don't know any of this?
Ooh, I really do want to look this up. This sounds really interesting.
And, like, the Book of Revelations, you should, yeah, that's definitely something that's interesting. Because I think all religions have a version of end times and how the world will end. Because the world has to end, right? This has to...
So do you think it's going to end in our lifetime, maybe?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, well...
Because do you ever take into consideration, sorry, I just want to get this thought out, that, like, if life is a simulation, the simulation only started when, like, we were born. Yeah, when we started.
I've thought that a lot.
And, like, everyone else is just a part of the...
I've thought that a lot.
The game.
I've thought that a lot. Because you know how there's this whole discussion of, like, the main character and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
On TikTok. So, someone made a video about how different signs are, like, different people in a movie. So, like, certain signs were the main character, certain signs were the love interest, and certain signs were something else, the side character.
Wait, in astrology?
Yeah. And Virgo was the love interest, and I was like, oh shit, well, Virgo being the love interest being the love interest story is better than being the main character, because you're the reason that the story starts and the story revolves around you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, holy shit, is that, like, what happens when we're born? Like, life just starts and it revolves around us. But then, are you real?
I am definitely real.
But, like, okay, so then I
used to think sometimes that I was the only one that was real, but now I feel like other people are, but I don't think everyone is, if that makes any sense. Like, there's just people that I don't know.
There's light workers, right, who probably come from certain races, quote unquote, but, like, different entities and consciousnesses in different dimensions.
Like, and then there's probably races?
And what?
Of all different races, sorry, is that what you're saying?
Of all different consciousnesses, not races. Because they're not, like...
Light workers come in all different forms, though.
Forms. In all different, like... Yeah. Races, I guess, is the only other... If you want to... relate it to the flesh world, I guess. I'm just trying to think of my next thought. Anyway, but there's also, like, evil dimensions, so there must be, like, bad people who are just bad, no?
That are coming into this dimension from other dimensions? I don't know. Sometimes I get lost in this.
Because what do you think? There's just, like, computer players that are, like, they have no souls. Are all gingers computer players, dude?
I can't explain it. It's just, like, weird. I don't know. I get this vibe from certain people that I'm like, it's just like their consciousness levels just, this sounds so, like, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know how else to explain this, and it's gonna come off kind of blunt, it's like those, because I'm high, but, like, their consciousness is so low, and they're just so, like, there's people, you know what I mean? Like, there's spectacles on Facebook that are real people here in St. John. That it's just, like, it's almost like they're constantly putting on a show or something, like. But
do you think that's because of social media? Do you think they'd be like that to that
Well, even you meet people and they're just such a character, or they're just not, I don't know.
So what do you think they are, though? That's what
I don't know. I know that they're real people, but like I don't know how to explain. I just get a different vibe from them, and I don't know how to put it into words.
All right, well,
I get what you're trying to ask me, but I just don't have an answer for you. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, hopefully you'll come to a conclusion on that.
What do you get what I'm saying?
Kind of, but I don't think I feel the same way completely.
Like when you think, like, I don't know.
I do think, actually, personally, I think at the core everyone is good, and I think that we are just being...
I think
some people are just losing and like really failing their tests, and they're gonna have to fucking come back over and over again and do this life for a long fucking time until they get it right, and that sucks. I mean, I don't want to die or anything, but I don't want to fucking do this life forever over and over again. Like, when I die, I'm happy. That's good. Like, I don't want to come back.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and I guess maybe my answer would be that I just feel like they're in a lower state of consciousness. Like that's exactly what it is.
Well, I think that you can be conscious of what you're doing and still be enjoying being in that lower vibration. I think it's you're either feeding your avatar or you're feeding your But
there are people that are just so,
the part of you that can astral project, and the part of you that's walking around in dreams.
I guess the correlation might be like the drug abuse in St. John too. Like I feel like it's just kind of like that's maybe what it is.
Yeah.
That it's just like they're so grounded to this earth, and from feeding their avatar, like you said. New
Brunswick in general has a really, really bad. I mean, and I feel like all places kind of do, because it's the way society works, and
but I do believe that everyone has the potential.
Of course,
everyone has ample opportunity to do both. You can either
face your demons, or you can fucking run for them, and you can self-medicate, and you know what I mean. And it's sad. I don't think that necessarily makes you a bad person, but I rather not be weak, and it is to some extent, you know what I mean?
And it's a personal choice, and you can't force someone else to do it. So if they don't want to work on themselves,
pardon me,
that's the thing. You can't waste your energy like trying to force someone else to change or try to.
No, yeah, for sure.
So you just kind of have to let them do their thing. But I feel like ego death is a necessity, and I feel like everyone goes out of their way to avoid it, whether that be abusing drugs or alcohol or
and it's
I'm like feeling that they need to take medication because they just can't, you know what I mean? And that's no shade at all.
Life. No, absolutely, because I have been there. We're just talking about how much weed we smoke, because that's one of our outlets.
Vices.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we have these vices that keep us in the lower vibrational state,
but we just have to shake them off one by one. Like, we've started exercising, and I think we discredit ourselves too much for how good of a habit that we've formed, and now we have to look at our nutrition and start like there, and then we'll get around to it. Like, it's a process. We don't have a long time on this earth, but once we get momentum, things will accelerate. And the more we manifest, and the more we learn and tap into that, the better we get at it.
Yeah, I think my next step, I need to start immersing myself with more like nutritional and like weight loss material.
Yeah.
Again, like consume more of that content.
I know, I've been trying to. I don't know. I just need to stop focusing on it so much, honestly. Because I don't know what to do anymore, honestly.
I know. I feel like I have exhausted all my resources with it. And, like, I don't know. We just need to get the momentum going with nutrition, I think.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think I'm going to start counting my calories again, and that's going to be my next step. But
yeah. I just don't want to live a life where I count calories, so I don't understand. Like, what do I do?
What's the point of doing it now? Yeah, you're totally right. I just feel like I need to regulate how much I'm eating and make sure that I'm not overeating, because I don't really know right now.
I guess you're so used to a certain portion size, you just have to retrain yourself, and then when you can trust yourself again with food. I mean, it's all about consistency mostly, right? That's the big
I know,
thing.
but my eating is never consistent.
I know.
That's the problem.
I know. That's the first step. Whatever you do it consistently. Even if it's consistent.
I know, that's how, like, it's like kind of like yo-yo dieting, but it's not even like I'm dieting. It's just I don't eat the same amount of calories every day at all. Like, some days I don't know. At the end of the day, normally, I feel like I have been eating better since the beginning of the quarantine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when we were at Cloud 5.
Yeah, Cloud 5 was, oh my gosh. Ugh. Man, serving is the worst I've ever eaten.
Oh, yeah, I was eating really bad. At one point, I was eating at Gahan every day.
I don't know, actually, if serving was the worst I was ever eating. Because I was eating really bad in Toronto, too. Really, really bad.
I was eating horrible all summer, too. I don't even know. It's just, I go through phases, and I don't think this is one of them. And I'm like, girl, like, why am I holding on to these extra pounds?
I think you actually have, like, a thyroid problem, though.
Something is up. Maybe I need you know what I should do? Try to do, like, a cleanse or, like, go seek some sort of, like...
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah, because there could be some sort of blockage there.
Like healing. I think there are places uptown that do that, honestly. It'd be interesting to get into that side because there has to be people, and I think there are, because everywhere we go, we find people who are like-minded and who want to talk about this stuff and who enjoy or who want to listen to the podcast. Anyway, there must be a community of, there must be a community of fucking witches here. Like, where are they? Witches and fucking Reiki people.
Oh, you know what? The girls at the green room.
Yeah, oh my God, I love them. They're great. We should message the green room and be like, yo.
Oh, yeah, we should. We should send them this one.
Well, I want to message the green room and ask them who they were so we can follow them specifically.
Yeah.
Instead of just talking to whoever owns the green room, because, I mean, we could talk to him too if you want, but...
Yeah, really, though. The more the merrier.
Yeah, we'll
everyone
just
join our
community. Well, I think that everyone is waking up, so I think that there's a lot of people who are interested. Man, the way that Brett's eyes lit up when I started talking about my theory on universes, people are so starved to talk about this, and it's just not what we're talking about, and it's so sad, because you see it in Ryan's eyes, too, and, like, people, we are so lucky that we have the opportunity to expand our minds and bounce off of each other, because people are desperate, starving, and they don't even know until you prompt them on it.
I know, that made me feel good because it's so true.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. I love meeting people like that.
I know.
That's why I always try to speak about this kind of stuff, because it's interesting.
Yeah.
And I can tell it makes people feel good. I love getting into a good conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's definitely, I mean, that's because it's our job as light workers, right? That's our purpose. We're fulfilling our purpose. That's what we're doing right now with the podcast, right? So we're so desperate for it.
It's so weird that, like, everything just became so clear all of a sudden. It's
I know.
It's really rewarding.
It is really rewarding.
I feel like I'm gonna tear up.
Well, this was a good one.
Yeah.
Man, that was a long conversation.
Are we still going?
Well, we're
how
at
many
38,
minutes in?
21. 38 minutes and 24 seconds.
Well, should we keep going, or do you want to wrap it up for tonight?
Well, we have 90 minutes of talk time. That's our maximum on here. So it's up to you. It's 11:13, 11:13.
I'm gonna say let's just call it a night.
Call it a night, yeah.
Call it a night, yeah. Posted. I need to get up really early, so.
Oh, yeah, you do. Holy shit. Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
She's getting up at 6 a.m., bud.
Oh, yeah. Right. So
yeah, right.
I should be hitting the hay, but good chat tonight.
I know.
It was awesome.
Really good.
Let us know what you guys think. And follow.
Yeah, fuck it. Let me know what you guys
Fuck what Hannah thinks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can find us on Instagram. We are the Eureka Effect Podcast there. You can find us on Podbean as the Eureka Effect. And of course, our YouTube channel is the Eureka Effect Podcast as well. Comment, like, subscribe.
Oh, and we are also starting a Twitter.
Oh, yeah. And I will learn what that is called. And I will be able to integrate that into my little spiel on the next In the Flow. Because I can't fucking remember it right now, dude.
Did Ryan already make it? Okay, anyway.
I have an account. I just need to give him the keys.
Oh,
so tune in next time when we have those.
All right. Bye.
Good night, guys. Bye.